So I am Tara Mack, and I was the first director of the Education for Liberation Network and helped.
Welcome everybody to FMFP. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from today, y'all.
I'm Susan Elise Wilcox, and I say Elise because I'm the granddaughter of my ancestor Elise Lee and her namesake.
Shout out to Tracy checking in from Massachusetts. Jesse checking in from KC.
And I think the core principle of really centering young people was established in that first 3 months.
KC Metro in the building. Baltimore in the building. Drop your name in the chat box, y'all. Welcome today. Drop your name and let us know where you're checking in from. Hey, Altagracia, what's going on? Welcome, everybody. Drop your name in the chat box. Minneapolis in the building. Welcome, everybody. Shout out to Bree in the building. New Jersey checking on in. Lene Lenape land. Lee checking in from Omaha People Lands. Shout out to everybody checking on in. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from today, y'all.
Yeah, brown woman, rise alamin ang yung ugat. They got nothing on us. Nothing on us. Nothing on us. Nothing on us. Island woman, rise, walang makakatigil. Brown woman, rise alamin ang yung.
Welcome everybody to the space. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from, y'all.
Nothing on us. Isang bagsak.
New Jersey, Lenape land checking on in.
Me caí, me paré, caminé, me subí, me fui contra la corriente y también me perdí, fracasé, me encontré, lo viví y aprendí. Cuando te pega fuerte, más profundo es el beat, sí. Sigo bailando y escribí.
Welcome everybody to the space.
Sigo cantando con las puertas abiertas.
Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from today, y'all. Hey, people, what's up?
No te preocupes si no.
Body, what's going on? Much love, y'all. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know who we got today.
Solo di. Soy yo. Soy yo.
Welcome everybody to the space. We're going to begin momentarily until we start. Enjoy these slides here and rendition from past years of FMFP.
Solo di. Soy yo.
Welcome everybody to the space.
Soy yo.
Enjoy these memories from past years. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from today, y'all.
Soy así, soy así, soy así. Relaja. Y tú ni me conoces a mí. Bien relaja. Soy así, soy así, soy así. Relaja. Y tú ni me conoces a mí. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Welcome everybody to the space. We're going to begin momentarily. Please enjoy these images and throwbacks until we begin getting started. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from, y'all.
my life I has to fight. All's my life hard times like bad trips like Nazareth, I'm f***ed up, homie, you f***ed up. But if God got us, then we gon' be alright, right? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright.
Welcome everybody.
Alright, do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Enjoy these images.
We gon' be.
Drop your name in the chat box.
We gon' be.
Let us know who we got checking in.
We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Shout out to Twan checking in from East Baltimore in the building.
For the pay cut, Bahamas, I be looking at you from the face down. One Mac 11, even boom with the bass down. Skimming, and let me tell you about my life. Painkillers only put me in the twilight. We're pretty Benjamin is the highlight. I tell my mama I love her, but this what I like. Lord knows, 20 of them in my Chevy. Tell them all to come and get me, reaping everything I sow. So my karma come in heaven, no preliminary.
Welcome everybody to the space.
Get gangsta and silence for the record. Tell the world I know it's too late.
Big shout out to Minnesota in the building.
I'm going crazy, trying to side my faces all day. Won't you please believe when I say, when you know we've been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? And we hate poor, when they kill us dead in the street for sure. I'm at the preacher's door, my knees getting weak and my gun might blow, but we gon' be alright, right? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. We gon' be alright. Do you hear me? Do you feel me? We gon' be alright.
Shout out to everybody in the space today. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you're checking in from, y'all.
My name is Lucy, I'm your dog. You can live at the mall. I can see the evil, I can tell it. I know it's illegal, I don't think about it. I deposit every other zero, thinking of my partner. Put the candy painting on a Rico, digging in my pocket. Ain't a profit big enough to feed you every day. My logic, get another dollar just to keep you in the presence of your Chico. I don't talk about it, be about it. Every day I sequel. If I got it, then you know you got it. Heaven, I can reach you. Pet dog, my dog, that's all. Pick back and chat, I trap the back for y'all. I rap, I black on tracks, so rest assured. My rights, my wrongs, I right till I'm right with God. When you know we've been hurt, been down before. When our pride was low, looking at the world like, where do we go? And we hate poor, when they kill us dead.
Welcome FMFP. Drop your name in the chat box. Let us know where you checking in from today, y'all. We just wanted to open up this space with some beautiful images of past conferences to center this space here. And at this time, y'all, I'm going to kick it on over to V for some intros and welcoming remarks.
Welcome, welcome to Free Minds, Free People 2021. Go ahead and unmute and make some noise. Everybody unmute and make some noise. So we want to start off first and foremost at Free Minds, Free People. We believe language justice is central to education for liberation. We can go to the next slide.
Someone put
the opening ceremonies and plenaries will be in English.
You're muted.
Oh, she's
V, you muted. It muted V.
Thank y'all. My bad. I don't know how that happened. I'm going to start over. Welcome, everybody. Free Minds, Free People 2021, where we believe language justice is central to education for liberation. Can everybody hear me okay? Yes. All right. So this opening ceremony, as well as all of our plenaries, will be in both English and Spanish. So participants should join a language channel with all these instructions here. Everyone will be able to hear everyone else, but if you select a language channel, you will also be able to hear the interpreter where there is a language spoken that you don't understand. We create multilingual spaces together. So for those speaking, please try to slow down. That includes me. Be mindful of accessibility and one mic. Do not suffer in silence. If the interpretation is not working for you, or if you have technical difficulties, please reach out to us in the chat. And in a moment, Zoom interpretation will be turned on, and you will see a globe in the lower part of your screen with a message about interpretation. Click on the globe and select the language you would like to listen to participate in our homecoming session. If you are joining through a smartphone or tablet, you can click on the 3 dots at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, select Language Interpretation, choose your language. Click on Done, and you should be ready. Do not click on Mute Original Audio. This slide shows how to access interpretation both on a computer and on the phone. We will now read the instructions in Spanish.
Bienvenidos a la conferencia de Mentes Libres, Pueblo Libre. Los organizadores de la conferencia Mentes Libres, Pueblo Libre creen en la justicia lingüística, que la justicia lingüística es fundamental para la educación liberadora. La ceremonia de apertura y las plenarias serán en inglés con traducción en español. Las personas que quieran escuchar español deben unirse al canal de El Idioma. Las instrucciones están a continuación. Todos podrán escuchar a todos los demás, pero si selecciona un canal de idioma, también podrá escuchar al intérprete cuando se hable en el idioma que no comprenda. Creamos espacios multilingües juntos, así que es necesario que los que están hablando, por favor, vayan despacito, tengan en cuenta la accesibilidad y el hecho de que tenemos un solo micrófono. Por favor, no hablen al mismo tiempo que está hablando la otra persona. Otra cosa es que por favor no sufran en silencio. Si la interpretación no funciona o tienen dificultades técnicas, háganoslo saber a través del chat. En un momento se activará la interpretación del Zoom y verán un globo en la parte baja o en la parte inferior de la pantalla con un mensaje sobre la interpretación. Hagan clic o seleccionen el globo y seleccionen el idioma que les gustaría escuchar en esta sesión. Si se une a través de un teléfono inteligente o tableta, puede hacer clic o seleccionar en los 3 puntos en la parte inferior derecha de su pantalla. Seleccione interpretación de idioma, elija su idioma, seleccione, haga clic en esto y listo. Por favor, no haga clic en el silenciador del audio original. Muchas gracias.
The English and Spanish interpretation is now available in the globe on the bottom right of your screen. All right, as always, at every Free Minds, Free People, we begin with honoring the lands that we currently occupy. So I'm going to pass the mic to Asif.
Peace, everybody. Just want to start by honoring the lands where Free Minds, Free People has existed on before. That's the Potawatomi, the Miami and Illinois, the Karankawa, Sana, Atacapa, Ishak, Hualtecan, Narragansett, Ohlone, Piscataway, Ojibwe, Dakota, and the Sioux. And we want everybody to take a moment to also locate your ancestry in the lands that you currently occupy in the chat, if you wouldn't mind bringing in those spaces now, please. As we bring in those spaces, let's be reminded not only to mourn the pain that exists on that land, but also celebrate the knowledge that exists, the practices that exist, the life that existed. Thank you all.
Thank you, Asif. As folks continue to honor lands in the chat, please continue to do so in all the spaces, both virtual and physical, that we occupy throughout the conference and share. And I'm going to pass the mic to Rasan Lee Antoine to lead us in our community of care statement.
Thank you so much, V and Asif, for that wonderful introduction. So we wanted to open and offer a community of care statement, and would welcome any members of the audience to think about how we want to be with one another in this virtual space, and what that might look like over the next several weekends throughout the month of July. And you know, it's a really good opportunity to an exercise to just think about what accountability looks like in this space, and how we want to move forward in this work with one another. And it's a very common thing that people do in organizing spaces. And so, you know, I encourage everyone to think about what their own community of care might look like um, after Free Minds for People, or even during it. So yeah, I'll just kick it off with what we co-created. So within Free Minds, Free People, we strive to build and sustain a community of care. Doing so requires a lot of tough work. It's easy to romanticize the idea of community and community building and organizing spaces, but we all know there is the potential for activists and organizers to reproduce the same kinds of harm that we claim to be opposed to.
Does racism go away in organizing spaces? Does sexism, patriarchy, misogynoir, or trans misogynoir disappear in organizing spaces? Does anti-Blackness, settler colonial logic, xenophobia, whiteness, and ableism disappear in spaces committed to social justice? No, they don't. White supremacy, whiteness, misogyny, sexual violence, ableism, classism, homophobia, transphobia, xenophobia, anti-Blackness, and settler colonial logic exists everywhere, even in radical spaces. They are all threads woven through normative logics of our social world, and they are hard to untangle. If you are called out for perpetuating any of these things, please understand that it is not because you are unimportant or we wish to exclude you. Instead, we're trying to demonstrate compassion and care and do the least amount of harm to people in our communities, particularly those marginalized and multiply marginalized. We recognize that we are all entrenched in these systems of oppression and all have work to do. We must be principled and intentional about creating a more just and sustainable world. This world might look radically different from the one we currently inhabit, which is why a key value and intention of this year's conference is unlearning.
We see unlearning as an integral part of building a community of care. In order to truly be accountable to ourselves and others, we have to unlearn extractive, exploitative, transactional, and generally harmful ways of being with one another when trying to effect transformative change. This might look like unlearning toxic masculinity, patriarchy, misogyny, and queer antagonism and trans antagonism. It might require unlearning the idea that conferences are designed for intellectual posturing and educational opportunism. To bring about transformative change, there's a need to unlearn the notion that we can heal through harm, particularly police, jails, prisons, and the many carceral logics of the schoolhouse. Healing through harm is not sustainable. Healing through, I'm sorry, my screen is blocked by closed captions. Healing through abolition and the virtual spaces presents its own unique challenges to cultivating a community of care and individual well-being. Inspired by the statement created for the young activists, we ask everyone to consider how they show up in the virtual space. If If you enact displays of power and oppression, we will not contact Zoom, the police, or other repressive technologies. Instead, we will talk to you. We will check you lovingly or otherwise. We will invite you to educate yourself, take accountability, and relearn how to interact with others in the space without enacting harm. If you cannot or are unwilling to take accountability and address it, we will show you the virtual door and remove you from the meeting. We strive to model transformative justice practices with the broader aim to make carceral logic and carceral systems obsolete. In doing so, we become living proof that we keep us safe.
Building a community of care begins with being accountable to ourselves and others. We invite you to join us in building and sustaining a community of care that reminds us that another world is not just possible, but present and always in full effect at Free Minds, Free People. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rasan, Lee, and Tuan for leading us in the reading of the community care statement, which we will be sharing with all participants. And again, this is a living document. It is not set in stone. It is always evolving, and it doesn't evolve without our community, which includes everyone here, both those that are returning, whether this is your 5th Free Minds or your first Free Minds. It is important that you become a part of the building, the co-construction of this community of care. And in that spirit, given that it is always an intergenerational space that we deeply value, we want to take a moment to invite each of you to think of an ancestor that you would love to call into the space, that you would like to invite to join you on this month-long Free Minds, Free People journey. Whether you're just going to attend 1 week or all 4, and take a moment. And if you feel compelled, feel free to share that name in the chat, unmute, and let's call their names into this space. Please take a moment to visit our chat. For people you might know or have yet to meet, we're going to have a chance to meet, reunite and meet and make new friends in a little bit. But to honor these names as they join us and are always present and with us. This past weekend, on July 4th, our community lost our dear brother, friend, and leader, Thomas Ngandiwe, who many of you have called into the space, who, as he has just joined our village of ancestors. He was the executive director of the Education for Liberation Network and worked tirelessly to build a national movement for our collective freedom. Free Minds, Free People is forever shaped by Thomas. And tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Luana Morales, a birth and bereavement doula, will be holding space for anyone who would like to attend, to sit, to reflect, to share, to grieve, and to celebrate our beloved brother, our comrade, our friend, and our leader. That's tomorrow morning. We love you, Thomas. And in the spirit of carrying Thomas's incredible legacy forward, I'm so honored to introduce our new executive director of the Education for Liberation Network. Amazing sister, comrade, beloved friend, Okai Kaur.
Thank you, V. Thank you for this deeply warm and spiritual grounding and welcoming, this calling in of our ancestors of the highest good to join us as we continue to walk this free mind, free people journey together this summer and beyond. I could not imagine a more fitting way to remember and celebrate our Thomas and all that he represents to each and every one of us. If I could say that he continued on because he wanted to see this happen, and we made it happen. And this is the one way that we can honor and celebrate his legacy, to keep it on, to stay as a community and a family committed to the vision and values that we've committed to. In typical Thomas fashion, he did not center himself because his faith was in community, a community built on the values of what it means to be an authentic and right relationship with each other. I am honored to continue to build upon the legacy of what Charles Payne seeded, what Tara Mack nurtured, and what Thomas Nikandue cultivated in community with and alongside each of us. I'm so overwhelmed with emotion and gratitude for this space, for this community, which is more like a family, although I am coming in as the next executive director. The Education for Liberation Network is bigger than any one of us, any one individual. Our vision does not ascribe to the cult of personality, but rather the faith and hope that we have in our values and vision for our collective liberation and a better, more just world. It's important that we understand that although I am the executive director, it's our collective well-being, it's our collective vision that is keeping us continuing through this journey together. And I'm grateful for the love and hope. And I hope that you all continue on this journey with us. If y'all ain't feeling the love yet, I mean, right now it feels sort of somber, but it's love. It's all love because what we know about our people, we can hold two things at once, multiple things at once. We can grieve and mourn and celebrate and laugh and joke and smile and do all the things and be messy, right? And so that's what we're doing right now. We're being all the things that we are. We're being our full human selves and expressing it in the fullest way that we can. And I'm grateful for this space that allows us to be our full human selves. So we hope that you're feeling this love. If you haven't, please, by the time you're done with July, I'm sure, and I can guarantee you're going to be feeling this love. And just understand we are in a work in progress, and we welcome and invite you all to take this journey with us so that you can join. If you are new to this space, you're now our family, you're now our community. So you can't get rid of us now, right? And equally important, I want to extend an abundance of gratitude to the EdLib board for all the love and care they held during this time. And all the organizers, all volunteers, believe it or not, right, who helped to make this year's FMFP possible. This kind of reciprocity, this labor of love, and the Akan, One of the Adinkra symbols is in Consant and Consant, which is this interconnectivity, this interconnectedness in our humanity is appreciated beyond words. So much gratitude. Thank you, everybody. That's it for me. That's all, folks.
Thank you, Okai Core. Love you so, so, so much. One of my favorite FMFP memories was flying to Minnesota by your side, which is, I think, speaks to just the heartbeat of this movement, and that this is really a labor of love, a multi-generational organizing space that comes together to figure out every tiniest detail, everything from tech to interpretation to the amazing sessions that we're excited to introduce and give you an overview of. But shout out to all of our organizers, and as you just navigate spaces, reunite, meet new people, just please exercise that community, that gratitude, that solidarity, and that love for all of the energy that makes Free Minds, Free People possible. So what we're gonna do next is give an overview and hopefully have a chance to hear from some of these incredible, this incredible family of organizers. So we are kicking off our first week tomorrow, after the celebration of life for Thomas, with an incredible program that's been put together by Girls for Gender Equity. So please, we invite you to join us tomorrow, and you can, again, on your app, go ahead and click right on the sessions. And if there is anyone from this committee, if you want to unmute and share anything additional, we invite you to do that now. Many of them are busy getting ready to bring you this programming tomorrow. And so after week one, we are so excited, starting next Friday, to kick off youth activist programming with our Freedom Fridays. So if anyone from the Youth Activist Committee wants to unmute and tell us anything more about some of your programming, please do.
I'll share. Yeah, y'all, come through. It's gonna be magical and powerful on Fridays. Young people are all welcome between the ages of 5 and 12 years old. We got the Peace Poets, Frank Lopez coming through. We got Key coming through. We got some magical dancing experiences, some singing. So please, please, please share with families. There's still time to make sure that you register and come through. And we're excited to have you and share space with you all. So that's all I'll say.
Thank you, Nati. Yes, please invite, especially if you know young people. It is not too late. You can still register and join Freedom Fridays. And for second week, we are focused on abolition and disability justice. Anyone from this committee want to come to the mic?
Sure thing. I'll jump in again. Hey, everybody. This is Lee. Hey, everybody. This is Lee. Sorry about that. We have a fantastic week. We're really excited about deepening our understanding of how abolition and disability justice are intertwined. They cannot be separated. We've got a great plenary, some workshops, and then an assembly where we'll build and continue, because that's what we do in Free Minds, Free People.
Thank you, Lee. And in week 3, we'll be focusing on healing and decolonization. Somebody from this crew want to give us some of your session highlights?
Peace, y'all. It's Asif. Of course, if you are of age, please check out the youth space on Friday. But we'll be kicking things off with a mixer at 11:30 on Saturday, July 24th. We'll have a dope plenary, really trying to speak to the interconnections, but also the contradictions of doing this work in real time. We have 2 rounds of workshops that we hope you'll take part in, and then we'll kick off the spicy time in the evening with Free Minds, Free People painting, and then closing things out on Saturday night. Bring your drinks to the lip sync battle. And then, of course, traditionally we hold assemblies at Free Minds, Free People. We'll be holding an assembly on healing and decolonization on Sunday at 12. Thanks, y'all. And then a plug for the RAD PD that will be following every weekend at Tuesday. The healing and decolonization is the 27th at 3:45. Thanks, y'all.
Thanks, Asif. We told you we had so many amazing organizers getting all of these 4 weeks of programming ready for you. And for our final weekend of FMFP, we are focusing on ethnic studies and transnational solidarity. So I think we have some folks that are going to speak from that committee.
Yes, we are privileged and honored to bring to you the years and years of struggle for authentic and liberatory ethnic studies coming together here at Free Minds, Free People to bring together activists and advocates and educators who are involved in the struggle for authentic and liberatory and ethnic studies. We are focusing on ethnic studies and transnational solidarity. We have an international panel that will talk about ethnic studies internationally in South Africa and Mexico, in Brazil and New Zealand. We're going to be talking about interactive workshops that will engage folks in what they can do to teach ethnic studies and organize, fight the right-wing Zionist Republican conservative attacks on ethnic studies in a way that we can build a liberatory, decolonial, anti-racist ethnic studies. And at the People's Assembly, we bring together everyone from throughout the nation and international to coalesce and making sure that the struggle for ethnic studies that was fought for so long ago is not in vain and just beginning. So we welcome you into that journey with us.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to participate in all these sessions too. And so this year, for the first time, those that have attended before are familiar with our RAD PD sessions. And so I'm going to invite Bree to the mic to explain how RAD PD is happening this year to complement each of these amazing themed weeks that you all just heard about.
Thank you. And I am also going to invite Elisa Lee to the mic, who is a new committee member for Radical Professional Development, and is going to kick us off talking about what RAD PD is going to be about this year. There you are. Oh,
just a moment. I think Holly said that there was a lag. Is there still a lag in the interpretation?
Thanks, Bree. Just if we can take just a little bit of a pause between each speaker, because when it's transitioning to each speaker, it's taking a second longer. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
We're sorry about that.
E, it's on you.
All right. So RAD PD, Elisa and Bree.
So thank you for that introduction. As Asif mentioned, RAD PD will happen every Tuesday at 12:45 to 2:45 Pacific Standard Time and 3:45 to 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. And it's a space for educators to reflect on each week's themes and to connect them to our community, classrooms, and curriculum. And shout out to all the organizers who work so hard virtually make this happen.
Thank you so much, Elisa. So as you can see, after each week, after each themed weekend, the following Tuesday is a space for teachers to really connect around the themes, what we heard and experienced over the weekend. So you can see the list of dates here that we're going to be meeting, and each Tuesday we'll follow up on some of the themes that were discussed that week, and we'll also have speakers joining us for a portion of that 2-hour workshop to, if you weren't able to make it to that weekend, there'll still be a chance to hear from someone and to think about the themes and talk about with other educators, talk about how they connect to our classrooms, our communities, and our curriculum. We can go to the next slide. Thank you. And so the way it's going to be structured is that each session will have a grounding activity, then we'll have our speakers or our content, then there'll be an opportunity for breakout rooms for us to talk to other educators, maybe at our grade levels or in different affinity groups, to talk about what we heard. And then there'll be some time where we come back together to discuss next steps. So thank you so much. We really hope to see you at RAD PD. You know, it's great if you were able to attend the weekends as a place to follow up, but it's also a place that you can attend even if you weren't able to be part of the weekend.
Thank you. Shout out to our RAD PD crew and to all of our organizers. So I'm hoping that you are feeling that excitement flowing through your veins, and such an important part, again, of FMFP, and something that Thomas always reminded us was that the relationships are so central to the work of FMFP. And so we're not just here to necessarily gain, right? Just a bunch of knowledge, but we're also here to build with each other. And so in that spirit, while we know we're not in person, we do have this breakout room feature and we will be using it. And we want to give you an opportunity to do some mingling, especially because we already see people getting hype in the chat, dropping a lot of love for these sessions and excitement. And so we hope that you can now have a few minutes to maybe reunite, meet new folks, talk about what you're excited about with FMFP. Again, introduce, reintroduce. Feel free to also stay in this main space, and we'll have some music, but we're gonna take a few minutes before we bring up our live performers, kicking off with our youth performance in a few minutes. So we're gonna give you a chance to mingle a bit with each other and build some community while keeping our community of care statement in mind. So we will see you in a few minutes. We're gonna do actually 2 rounds of breakout rooms to give you a chance to meet and greet with some new and returning folks. So see you.
Please don't slip out the back door. Yes, in that south dancing over there. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Welcome everybody to the space. Please feel free to join in community in the breakout room. If you're just joining us here today, we are currently in breakout rooms getting to meet our new community members and returning community members as well. If not, feel free to stay in here. There will be music, there will be movement, there will be some dancing, and then we'll go around for round 2 for our breakout session.
Lovers, keep on loving. Believers, keep on believing. Sleepers,
welcome everybody to the space.
I'm sleeping, 'cause it won't be too long. I'm so glad that he let me try again. 'Cause my last time on earth I learned the whole world of sin. I'm so glad that I know more than I knew then. Gonna keep on trying till I reach my highest ground.
Welcome everybody to the space. If you're here with us in the main breakout room, we are here just building community. We have breakout rooms. We're going to come on back pretty soon and continue to go on.
Dance apocalyptic, bands that make her dance apocalyptic now, bands that make her dance apocalyptic, bands that make her dance apocalyptic, bands that make her dance apocalyptic.
You going crazy to him and always find you do that dance, smoking in the girls' room, kissing friends. It's over like a comic book exploding in the bathroom stall. You're so freaked out, worried about the bomb that you bought a house, but I'm allergic to the house kids' credit cards. They bought a new wife for a shiny little lonely man. But I really, really wanna thank you for dancing till the end. You found a way to break out. You're not afraid to break out. But I need to know if the world says it's time to go. Tell me when you break out. Bang, 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 don't stop. Chang-a-lang-a-lang. But I need to know if the world says it's time to go. Tell me when you break out.
Oh, Bobby, I see you. Where? Spotlight, spotlight.
Smash, smash, bang, bang, don't stop. Chang-a-lang-a-lang. You gotta laugh at the zombie in the front yard. Take a bath, but nothing gets the phone call. You're on TV, rocking and rolling, 'cause they did just let her rock and roll.
Hope you brought enough to share with everybody.
What a crowd, but a robot's on a real kid. You're asking why. The pain is always equal, but the joy just never spreads around. But I really, really wanna thank you for dancing till the end.
Hello.
Move out of the way.
Oh yeah, everybody, we got about another minute or two, right? Everybody's wondering, Fadi, where you at? Drop in the chat box. Let us know where you at. We got about another minute or two, and then we'll come right back for a second round of some breakout rooms and community. Hey, y'all, we here just building some community out here. Shout out to Fadi. I think she's checking in from Mexico. All right, much love. We're going to begin for our next round. Much love, much love. We're going to begin momentarily for our next round. As bring people back into the space for our second round of community building.
Will grow older every day.
Oh yeah, everybody, great question, great question. So at this time, we're just having randomized breakout rooms. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna invite everybody back from there. So this is the main room that we have here for folks who weren't able to or didn't choose to go into the breakout room. Then we'll have randomized breakout rooms again for another opportunity for people to build some community and connect. And then we're gonna come back and have some performances. We're gonna start off with you performances along with some other folks and continue through today's program.
And the seasons know exactly when to change. Just as kindness knows no shame, nothing for your joy and pain. But I'll be
Breakout room closing in 30 seconds.
Right.
As the day I know I'm living, but tomorrow could make me the past, but that I mustn't fear. For I'll know deep in my mind. Esa negrita que va caminando, esa negrita tiene...
Welcome back, everybody.
Y cuando la gente
Round 2.
ella baila de lado, también apretado, apretado, apretado. La negra tiene tumbao, azúcar, azúcar, y no camina de lado.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully you were able to build some community. We are back here in the main room.
Welcome back. Go ahead and drop some love in the chat, some shout outs in the chat for who you had a chance to build with in your first round of our virtual FMFP breakout rooms. Go ahead. Oh, lovely seeing some of the folks who had a chance to meet each other. It was short because we're doing it quick so that we have time to open up our dance floor for the last part of our homecoming, our FMFP homecoming 2021. Love seeing these beautiful, beautiful shout outs. Now we're hoping you might end up with some folks that you were just in the room with, and we will keep the main room and dance floor open, but we are going to head into our second round of breakout rooms. So let's see who you end up with this time. So we will be back in a few minutes. Reintroduce yourselves again. Give some virtual daps, hugs. We forgot to say, bonus freedom points if you take a screenshot and save it, because we will be doing a lot of photo contests. So go ahead and screenshot your first homecoming breakout group and save those, and we will let you know where to post them. All right, round 2, let's get it.
Oh, I love this song. Yes.
Gets weak when you standing in the crowd. Your love dogs to me so loud. Girl, do I do?
Can we pin the child is dancing? Do you mind being pinned? Okay, thank you. Yes.
I do. My love to you. Voice turns my ear all the way on. Just a mention of your name seems to drive my head insane. Girl, do I do what you do when I do my love to you, baby?
Go ahead, Twan. Okay.
Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dripping kisses full of love for you. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dripping kisses full of love for you. My life has been waiting for your love. My arms have been waiting that will make. If to me, if I can do all this, well, just imagine how it's gonna feel when we hug and kiss. Sugar, do I do what you do when I do my love to you? All right.
Hey, welcome everybody.
Yes, I got some
vibing,
for your lips. Yes, I got some
celebrating
kisses.
Community, FMFP style.
Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses for love for you. My life has been waiting for your love. My arms have been waiting for your love to arrive. My heart has been waiting, my soul anticipating your love, your love, your love. Oh, I don't care how long it might take, 'cause I know the woman for me you I'll make. And I will not deny myself the chance of being part of what feels like a right romance. Girl, do I do? Oh, you do. When I do my love to you. Oh, yeah. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. Yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. Oh, yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you. Oh, yes, I got some candy kisses for your lips. Yes, I got some honeysuckle chocolate dip and kisses full of love for you.
Okay, DJ.
What's good, bro? What's up, family? Hey, how things looking with the breakout rooms, V? How we feeling?
They have about 2 more minutes, but I can close them in about 1 to bring them back.
Sounds good. We want to have some folks share out when they get back as well. Or we want to, how do you feel about that?
I think we'd love to hear some voices of folks.
Word,
Couple.
sounds good.
So I'll let them know. We'll give them 1 more minute.
Perfect, perfect. Sounds good.
I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling?
This is the custom FMFP playlist, y'all. Y'all can get this on Spotify if you want to relive these memories. We got the. Let me get the link. I'm gonna drop it in the chat box for y'all.
Lord, trying to get some new shit in there, swimwear, going to the pool shit. Come now, come dry your eyes. You know you a star, you can touch the sky. I know that it's hard, but you have to try. If you need advice, let me simplify. If he don't love you anymore,
Okay. I see you and Jerry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
the door. I do my hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair toss, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Feeling good as hell. Baby, how you feeling? Woo, girl, need to kick off your shoes. Gotta take a deep breath, time to focus on you. All the big fights, long nights that you've been
Vibing, y'all. FMFP. We'll get this playlist for y'all. Spotify.
You can have it all.
So we can relive these memories of community together.
You wrong, we can make it right. So go and let it all hang out tonight. 'Cause we don't love you anymore. So walk your fine ass out the door. And do your hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? And we gon' be all hair talk, check my nails. Baby, how you feeling? Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back.
Listen, if he don't love you anymore,
Welcome back, y'all. Welcome back. If you feeling good, drop in the chat box. If you feeling good, if you feeling good, drop it in the chat box. Much love, y'all. Much love. If you feeling good, if you believe in community, if you believe in this space right here, drop a one in the chat box. Drop a one in the chat box if you feeling good. If you believe in community, believe in this space. Yes, y'all. Yes, y'all. That's what I'm talking about.
So beautiful seeing your faces, seeing you move, seeing you shine through these screens. So somebody who just dropped a one in the chat box, if you feel vulnerageous and compelled, if you want to share, we have time for just a couple of highlights before we bring our dope poet to the stage for you. But yes, go ahead. If somebody wants to share a highlight from your breakout room, go ahead.
I'll go. I'm always trying not to be the first one to talk. But I was in my last breakout group, we were talking about going back to work and for folks who are going back into the classroom. So we got cut off, but it was good to know somebody's back in schools and talking about what your children are doing, and they're being, you know, they're going back, they're making it work, you know, they're being creative. So it's hopeful for some of us who haven't gotten back into the classroom yet.
Thank you, Tracy. Experiencing some hope, some community in breakout rooms. We got time for one more shout out or highlight from a different breakout room.
I'll jump in real quick. Hey, everybody. I was in a room with Zenzele and Zoe and Ruby, and there's a lot of really good energy for, you know, newcomers to FMFP, excitement about all the people already, and just to be able to share and be in community. And so it's exciting for me, someone who's been around for a little bit, to feel that new energy and to just vibe with it and to come in with similar excitement from a different perspective. So yeah, it was a joy to meet you three.
Thank you for that beautiful shout out, Adiola. Yes, one of the questions we always love to ask everyone to think about is when you fell in love with justice. When you first found FMFP, or when did FMFP find you? Maybe that was years ago. Maybe it was just a month ago. I know that for at least one person in our community this year, and maybe it's today. But we honor that. We welcome you. We're so excited to be here. All right, well, we are going to continue to encourage you. After our performances, we just have a few more resources to share, a lot of different community spaces that we will be offering, like our Freedom Mixtapes, our Freedom Cafes. We have some virtual cooking sessions that we'll also be offering, a paint night, a liberation lip sync. But right now we're gonna take it live with our first. Oh, I forgot. I am so sorry. I forgot to mention that if you were in breakout rooms, you need to rejoin the interpretation on the bottom right. It's something that we learned about Zoom today. So we apologize for not reminding you after the first breakout room. Okay. So, is Kalia in the building? There she is. You know, she is our one of this year's organizers. Feel free to share some of that. For Rima's beloved niece, but really all of our favorite beloved niece, Miss Kalia, is going to be sharing a poem with our homecoming FMFP community tonight. So let's give it up for Kalia.
Thank you. Hi everybody. My name is Kalia. I'm super honored to be here today. And I just want to share how special this poem really is. And I just want to share that this poem actually connected me to Thomas and introduced me to Thomas. And so I'm very thankful for that. And I really don't want to get emotional right now before I perform. So let me just do this right now so I don't get too emotional. But I do just want to say that I know that he is in this space. And yes, okay. So this poem is called Ancestral Knowledge. Ethnic studies are histories, her stories, and their stories in art form. A mosaic of colorful stories that shine despite being silenced or whitewashed in this country, where the resistance and resilience of people of color serve as a tessera it was built upon. My history, the histories, her stories, and their stories of my people, Nicaraguan, Belizean, Black, and Iranian. The histories, her stories, and their stories of all oppressed people in between. The ones that I was never taught in school. The ones that were banned in the state of Arizona. The ones that still fight to be considered worthy as a school requirement. They say ethnic studies is anti-American, that the classes are hateful and that they teach resentment. That ethnic studies, yes, ethnic studies is racist and discriminatory to other ethnic groups. But I ask, why do they not think the same when centering Eurocentric history, a history of violence, of rape, of colonization, of genocide, of enslavement, of white supremacy, of historical oppression, created by ideological oppression that led to internalized oppression, that led to interpersonal oppression, that gets recycled through institutional oppression, that becomes a never-ending cycle of racial and gender trauma for people on the margins for generations upon generations upon generations until we unlearn their history. America's Eurocentric history can never teach me about the legacy of our ancestral brilliance, because it is a history that teaches me to hate myself, that teaches us to hate ourselves, that teaches us to hate one another. Their history and their education was never meant to empower us. Their history was always meant to teach us to fear them, to know our place in their system, to memorize the dates that they conquered our people and then grade us on our complacency. When our people learn ethnic studies, we learn to think critically about issues from our dark past in society. We become empowered to take action, and that scares them. That threatens their systems of oppression. So when we ask for ethnic studies to be implemented into schools, we are tired of hearing that there is no funding. When we know the US has money for wars, for police, for prisons, for detention centers, for walls, to Black people from refuge as they hoard this stolen indigenous land. You see, at 15, 16, 17 years old, I was not old enough to vote, but I was old enough to pay taxes. Taxation without representation, I need my education, an education for liberation, an education that is culturally responsive, an education that will abolish schooling, that will dismantle oppression. You see, US schooling colonizes our people over and over and over again. US schooling funnels our people into prisons. US schooling dehumanizes our people, strips us of our indigenous languages, beliefs, practices, and wisdom. So I remind myself why they won't teach us the histories, her stories, and their stories of our people until college. And then I remind myself that it is because they make sure not all of us get to college. And then I remind myself that even if we do make it to college, college is not accessible to all, affordable to all, attainable for all. There are institutions that are discriminatory. They were never made for me, made for us. Institutions that will leave us buried in debt simply for not wanting to be buried in assimilation. So this is how they get us, making us pay for ancestral knowledge that rightfully belongs to me and you. You see, ethnic studies happens beyond school walls. Ethnic studies happens at our dinner tables, at our family parties, at the cemetery, in our neighborhoods, at our prison visits with loved ones. Ethnic studies is about identity and power, a reflection of ourselves seen through our ancestors. So with them, we will lead, we will create, and we will thrive. Thank you. Thank you.
Drop that love in the chat. Let's go ahead and unmute and make some noise for Kalia.
Yes,
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Wow.
Love you so much, Kalia. And I'm now going to pass the mic to Twan to introduce our next performer.
Hey, what's up, everybody? You can take it off mute for me one time real quick. When I say free minds, y'all say free people. Free minds?
Free people.
Free minds?
Free people.
Hey, all right, we in the building. So yeah, I mean, it's my honor and pleasure to introduce our next performer, you feel me? So I'm gonna go ahead and get straight to it. Lady Breon is an international spoken word artist, poetry coach, activist, organizer, educator, and the executive director of the Pennsylvania Avenue Black Arts Entertainment District in West Baltimore. She received her BA in Communication and Culture from Howard University and her MFA in Creative Writing and Publishing Design from the University of Baltimore. During her slam career, she has won the 2016 National Poetry Slam, the 2017-2019 Southern Fried Regional Slam, and the 2019 Rust Belt Regional Slam. She was most recently ranked #1 female slam poet in the world at Women of the World Poetry Slam in April 2021. In 2018, she published a book and an accompanying album called With My Head Unbowed. Lady Breon serves on the board of Dumo Baltimore and is the cultural curator for a grassroots political think tank called Leaders of a Beautiful Struggle in Baltimore. And if you was at the Free Minds, Free People in Baltimore, she led the cultural night we had and really held it down that beautiful open mic we had. So we ready to get some of that. Again, one time for the one time. Can we give it up? Show your love for Lady Breon.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me. Twan, thank you for the invite. Thank you all for always creating this space with Free Minds, Free People. And I'm so blessed to be able to be here again today. So originally I was going to do a poem that I wrote about Baltimore, because in my head, it was like homecoming. So I'm gonna write about, my hometown. But after that amazing poem that I just heard and thinking about the fact that there are people from everywhere here, I'm gonna switch it up and I'm gonna do another poem that's entitled Many Men, that I wrote and was inspired by the song from 50 Cent. And so I hope that y'all enjoy it. And it's a poem that really speaks to just injustice and things that I've seen, and a space for me to express that. So hope y'all enjoy. Can everybody hear me okay? I'm looking at the DJ. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me?
Yep, you're good, poet. Yep, you're good, poet.
All right, bet. Here we go. Many men, many men, wish death upon me, Lord. I don't cry no more. Don't look to the sky no more. Have mercy on me. Have mercy on my soul. Somewhere my heart turned cold. Have mercy on many men. Many men wish death upon me. The scent of a slow murder is not sweet. It's toxic in this jungle of concrete where men build chemical plants instead of planting trees. Industrial incinerators burn my nostrils till it bleeds in my hood. The babies got asthma and it hugs their lungs so tight. It's like men be bearing arms against windpipes so we can't breathe easy. The school system strangled my soul and snuffed my spirit. The ghost of white men annihilating the living. Textbooks attempt to erase my ancestors' face as if we never existed, and still I learned to speak the truth, which is a death sentence punctuated with puncture wounds. We so holy, forever on defense of heaven's gates, because America's been plotting on our plot since we got here. We already the walking dead, and this is the slow rot, the broken hearted with heart disease. Health systems done failed us, so we dying of organ failures. Doctors ready to grim reap what they've already sown, cause it's money in my sutras. America's in love with dead bodies like a Karma Sutra, but Mr. Backlash, guess karma don't suit ya. The policies of dead presidents kill Black residents to make more dead presidents, whether by caskets, cotton, or locked in. We stripped of blood and bone, and they headline to spin. They banned my right to abortion, criminalized this womb and called it cemetery, forcing Black mamas to produce Black babies while simultaneously lowering our children's life expectancy. We be drowning in poverty. So retirement plans be working to death. And we can't even eat healthy. Fresh food, a mirage that I can't see, cut off from the grocer. So we're the only ones left to be butchered, searching for peace. But it seems that men only want me in pieces. Many men, many men wish death upon me. Blood in my dog and I can't see. I'm trying to be what I'm destined to be, and they just wanna take my life away. Many men wish death upon me. Thank you.
Y'all show some love in the chat box for Lady Brio real quick. Show some love. Show some love in that chat box. Yes, y'all. Yo, that was speaking to the spirit and the soul, y'all. Y'all out here giving a whole sermon. Go ahead now. Go ahead. All right. Much love, Lady Brio. We appreciate you being here. Much love. Much love. At this time, y'all, we're going to continue with performances. And we have one of our conference organizers joining us here today. Please give a warm round of applause for Nancy.
Hi everyone. I'm so thankful to be here, and before Justice plays my song, I just want to give a quick intro. So my name is Nancy Xiong. I am a child of Hmong genocide survivors, and throughout history, my people struggle navigating the various structures in place because they were not made for them to thrive, just so that they can continue surviving. And with this pandemic and our communities constantly being attacked intentionally, we witness so much harm and trauma. And although we may witness and experience all this pain, loss, and sorrow, I hope that we all will be able to heal as a community during that time in this Free Minds, Free Peoples conference, and remember our roots and our home. So I created this song called Lived Experiences with hopes of healing and learning from our lived experiences so that we can all thrive, not just survive. So hit it, Justice. Thank you.
Y'all show some love in the chat box for Nancy. That was beautiful, family. That was truly beautiful. Thank you for that gift. Thank you for that gift. Yes, yes. Much love, everybody in the chat box. We appreciate y'all immensely for just sharing your words, your gifts, your talents, your energy with us here today. So shout out to all the performers for just being here in the space today. We truly, truly appreciate y'all. At this time, y'all, we're going to have some gifts and giveaways. We got a raffle to close us on out. So here's how it's going to go down. We're going to be raffling away a couple of different prizes here. We got some books. We got some giveaways. We got some swag. I think we got some Instacart coupons. I think you said something like that. It's just going to be a mix and melody, y'all. So it's going to be exciting. You're going to love something you won't get today. We're just going to randomly give those away, y'all. So we're going to be spotlighting folks. If you win, we're going to be pulling randomly from an online kind of like platform that we have. Yes, Instacart coupons. Shout out to
the first one?
What's good, B?
We need those Instacart coupons. Okay. Okay.
Yo, I hear y'all. That's real. That's real. So the first one, here's what we'll do. First one, y'all. Let's get it rocking.
I say the Instacart coupon. So we are doing some cooking events throughout FMFP. So if you get chosen for this first raffle, you just need to give us your email and you will get a $25 Instacart coupon to order those ingredients for Cuisine and Cultural Resistance or FMFP Sweet Solidarity. Let's get it.
All right, y'all, let me see your best dance moves. Let's go.
That drum roll.
All right, y'all, we got our first winner. Feel free to unmute yourself, family. Altagracia, feel free to unmute yourself. Let us know where you're checking in from today, your name, and where you're checking in from.
My name is Altagracia. Oh, snap. I'm repping the Bronx all day, every day, but I'm zooming from New Jersey.
All right. If you could please private message me your email, I will be sending you a $25 Instacart coupon.
Listen, I didn't even know what Instacart was until now. So shout out to that. Okay.
Yeah. You're about to get the groceries right to your doorstep in the Bronx. Let's go.
Here for that. Here for convenience. I'm here for it.
All right, y'all. Round two. We got another one. What we got next, V? What we got for this next one?
What do we think? We want to go like books or clothing? What are we thinking?
Let's do books. I mean, I'm always good for some books. So what we got?
You know what? Let's. I would say for this week, Steve Taylor's from Black Lives Matter to Black Liberation. This will be sent in the mail to whoever's name we pull next.
All right, y'all. Let's get it. Let me see your best dance moves. As we wait on up, who's got the next one? Let's see. All right, we got a winner. Coming on up. Who we got? Unmute yourself. Let us know where you're checking in from.
Michelle King from Pittsburgh, PA, repping the Pittsburgh family. Got nothing but love for Free Minds, Free People. And DJ Farrell, bring on the homework.
Hey, what's up? You know the vibes, Michelle. What's good?
Congratulations.
Oh, this is so much love.
So can you please private message me your mailing address? And this will get to you before the end of Free Minds, Free People. So private message me your mailing address.
Thank you for the love.
Thank you.
All right, what we got for the last one, V? What we got for the last one?
Oh, all right. Well, let's do two more.
All right, what I'm here for. Let's do it.
Let's do clothes and one more books. All right, so we got a throwback in honor of Twan. We got a vintage Free Minds, Free People Baltimore t-shirt.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I'm modeling it for y'all today.
Ooh, hold on. Okay,
right,
let me see. Hold on.
I need that. I need a fresh one. I need a fresh one.
I'm here for it. All right, here we go, y'all. Let me see your best dance moves. Let's get it. All right, we got a winner. Unmute yourself, fam. Let us know where you're checking in from today.
What's up, y'all? Poncho calling from Tijuana.
That's my student right there.
Woo! I hope it fits me.
All right, Poncho, I got your address. It's coming in the mail. I have your address. This is yours. It's coming to you. Congratulations.
Hey, much love. All right, how's it looking, V? What we got next?
For our final, in honor of our youth activist strand, we have Where the Mountain Meets the Moon gift set by Grace Lynn. So we have 3 books. All right, this will be our final raffle giveaway of tonight.
All right, that's beautiful. Let me see your best dance moves, y'all.
You got $100 bill, get your hands up. You got
All right, we got a winner.
Who was it?
Oh, Eli. Me? Say hey.
Hi.
Where are you joining us from?
Minnesota. At my house.
Yes.
Congratulations, E-Fly. Make sure we get that mailing address. Please private message it to me, and this is on its way for you to enjoy.
Say, Dr. V, how much you love books? A lot.
I love books.
Oh,
a lot.
These books are gonna love you right back.
Thank you.
All right, congratulations, E-Fly. All right, that concludes our formal programming for Homecoming FMFP. So we want to thank everybody for coming through tonight. We will stay on for a couple more minutes because I at least need to write down all these addresses in the chat. So thank you. Make sure you private message me. We also want to remind you, get active on the app. How do we pronounce it? Is it Wova, Hoova? Who knows? We're not sure. However you pronounce it is how it's supposed to be pronounced. So that's it. We make things the way we want them to be. If we are making the world as it should be during Free Minds, Free People conference. Also keep an eye on your messages because we have a virtual Free Minds, Free People tote bag that will be full of different goodies, also known as a Google folder. So you will be getting playlists, recipes if you want to cook with us, coloring pages, suggested readings. There's a guide for in-person meetups. There's sign-up sheets for the open mic that we're hosting next week, signups for the Liberation Lip Sync Battle. Groups are more than welcome and especially encouraged. And also we have lots of backgrounds for the Freedom Cafes and encourage you to continue to add more. Anything I'm leaving out, Justice?
Yeah, y'all good, fam. Thank y'all so much for joining us here today in this space. As we close on out, we're gonna have some music to vibe to groove to, and come join us on the dance floor.
Hands up! You got a $10 bill, get your hands up! Single ladies, I can't hear y'all! Single ladies, make noise! Single ladies, I can't hear y'all! Single ladies, make noise! All the pillow heads, be quiet! All the pillow heads, be quiet! All the pillow heads, be quiet! Yeah, baby, stop in school, face 7, sing along, come on! Yeah, turn up! Yeah, all the good looking women sing along. I can't hear y'all. What's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign?
Drop your zodiac sign in the chat box. What's your zodiac sign? Drop your zodiac sign in the chat box.
Got more hair, get your hands up. If you got short hair, make noise. If you got more hair, get your hands up. If you got short hair, make noise. If you got long hair on your head, ladies. If you got long hair on your head, if you got long hair on your head, from your ear to your sleeve, even if you got a wig. Yo, can I get up? Can I get up? Can I get up? Ow, ow. Can I get up? Can I get up? Can I get up?
Hey, much love, y'all. Much love.
From the back, who wanna
Much
have
love,
sex with
y'all.
no
Much
strings
love, much
attached?
love.
Can I get up? Can I get up? Can I get up? Ow, ow. Can I get up? Can I get up? Can I get up? Ow, ow.
Engine number 9 on the
Yo, much love, everybody, for joining us here today, showing that love.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Oh, somebody know the vibes. You know what it is. Yo, that's love. Yo, that's so much love. Yo, we really appreciate y'all joining us here today in this space. Truly, just to celebrate, to be in community during these times is truly remarkable, y'all. Shout out to everybody who showed up here in the space. Thank y'all for y'all energy, y'all organizing. There's a whole month of programming. Make sure to come on out to this. It is going to be absolutely phenomenal, y'all. A whole month. Yes, I said it. A whole month. So make sure to come on out. Check your emails out for the virtual tote bag. And with that, y'all, much love. Peace.